Yo, we're on day 17, I believe, or 18. Well, first, ni hai how ma, which is hi and how are you in Mandarin. So I think we're on yeah, either day 18, day 17. I really can't tell you. My brain is all over the place right now. I'm sure everyone, it's this affects everybody. So yeah, I mean, there's no need to explain, with the troops being deployed and everything. And wow, I mean, it's got me feeling so crazy. I'm literally eating candy, you know. Mm. I haven't eaten candy in a minute, but you know, things are gonna get a little tough around. And I don't mean lockdown tough. I'm talking like, think that lockdown times five. And what I need you guys to do is to continue on your journey because that never stops. There are people in your life that they may not say it that look to you, you know. Um, there are going to be people that are going to be in need physically. You may not be shit right now. Let's just be honest. If you're not, but you might have muscles. All right. Well, work on those muscles, but also work on your brain too. But you might need those muscles. You know what I mean? In the time period we're about to head in right now. This is not the fear monger. This is just I'm a realist. This is just the reality of what's going on. Fear mongering and negativity would be like, oh, it's going to shit. We're all gonna. Nah, like that's not how I roll, dude. That's not how anyone in this house rolls. But you're gonna need to be a little tougher than you were, and I don't mean disrespectful, but I mean doing the things you don't want to do in the morning. You better start doing them. You know what I mean? Whether that's push-ups, whether your sit-ups, should be doing them both. You know. Um, you might have a little sister, a little brother that you might need to protect, or your elderly or loved ones, or even neighbors, man. You need to step your game up, man. Because, like I said, this affects everybody. Everybody this time. This is gonna affect everybody. I don't care who you are. This is gonna affect you, just like lockdown affected everybody. I just said this is gonna be crazier than lockdown. So it's not to scare you, and you should already know about it. It should already trickle down through the media into your newsfeed already. So you should have an idea, and if you don't, you can look it up. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking on it because I don't know the exact details, but I have a gist of it. Came to my own conclusion. Turns out everyone else feels the same way. Days later, I find out that I'm not the only one that feels like that. This thing is not going to lift. On top of them deploying the troops, so you gotta step up your game. That's all you can do. If you pray, you better pray, right? But don't just be relying on a prayer. You gotta put in some effort too. I've said that in other videos. You gotta meet your maker halfway. You know. And around here, I say 110. But don't burn yourself out either. I make that mistake. So take anything I say with a grain of salt. But I ain't gonna say anything that's gonna harm you. I'll tell you that. I'm not asking for anything. I just ask you to just be the best you could be. I don't want any damn money. I don't want a goddamn thing from you except for you to be yourself and be a man. Step up your game. Same goes to females. If you're not, step up your game now. I'm not gonna go talk down. This is not what this is about. Step up your game, man, because you have loved ones around you that may be older or younger, and they're gonna need you. So it's not time for games anymore at all. You know, you guys had plenty of playtime. We've had plenty of time to play around, basically your whole life. You knew this time was coming. You knew it. Whether you went to church or a Kingdom Hall or you went to the synagogue, you knew this time was coming. So, no, there's no time for playing that. Oh, I didn't know. You knew. You knew it deep down in your heart. So, I know I might come off a little intense, but that's just I'm trying my best to, like, I'm grounding myself right now in the grass because even my mom could say I was a little excited about it, not in the yes kind of way, but in the context of, oh wow, this is surreal, you know. But yeah, with that said, I got that out of the way. That was just my little quick message that I'm throwing in there. But we're here about the challenge. I can come on another later. Not that I can, I will, and speak how I feel about this later. But right now, I feel I said enough. I don't need to. There's really nothing much to say. Now going back to the goals, the daily goals. I got my 1.17 right now. I gotta walk somewhere to see scheduling and whatnot later on, so that's already like a 3-mile walk. So, so I'm not worried about getting that 2 miles in for you guys. What? Nah, but it on my face to show you guys I'm chill. But seriously, I say push-ups and stuff, but also you need to be grounding yourself and meditating, man. That's the best way to clear your mind is when you wake up, because your mind is just with all the blue lights and whatever from the phone and all the social media you indulge, the garbage, even if it's not garbage, when you're just consistently consuming anything like that and you're not like focused on one, it's gonna, well, if it's positive stuff, it's gonna be good. But I know a lot of you aren't just sitting there and looking at positive stuff all day. Let's just be honest, So you want to get your mind right in the morning and you want to do a little box breathing. You can look that up yourself, box breathing. And I like to do at least 1 to 2 minutes, and that'll center you. You want to be in the right frame of mind. You don't want to be in a state of panic operating through your root chakra at all. It does no good for anybody. It does no good for you or anybody around you. And if what they're saying is true, and they are deploying people, and you're operating on your root chakra, and you give them any inclination that you may be a threat, well, they're going to assess that threat and they're going to act accordingly. So you want to be chill, man. You want to be grounded, So don't forget that, and make sure I'm telling you with the water, man. I'm telling you, man. You better enjoy it while you can. Because all it takes is one person to screw it up. It only takes one person to poison the well, And we got a bunch of radicals right now just doing anything, any and everything, just because they feel like it, There's bad people, then there's good people, but it's not just black and white. Then there's just people that just want to see chaos, and they're not even, they're in the spectrum of bad, but it's like, it's just deeper than black and white, The people you thought were bad are going to actually be the ones there for you. The people you thought were good, it's just basically what you find out when you get out of high school, but it's going to be on another level, You're going to find out who you really are and who the people are around you. So keep that in mind. With that said, I'm going to go mark this off. Excuse me, we're going to go mark this off. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're on day 17. Yeah, I had to get some candy. What? Well, that's day 17 for you guys. And with that said, I'll catch you guys later. Stay fresh.